Hello and welcome back. I'm Lisa.
And I'm Erin.
And I'm Dylan.
And this is the Getaways Podcast.
We have a special guest, as you just heard today, our brand new 18-year-old adult, Dylan.
What up?
Dylan's in the house.
So today we're going to talk to Dylan just about growing up in Europe. He spent half of his life here, and we just have some questions for him. We thought that people might be interested.
We hope you're interested.
Yeah.
All right. Should we dive in?
Sure.
All right. So first of all, you were how old when you moved to Italy?
I was 9 years old, I think.
Okay, so we briefly touched on moving in a previous podcast and adjusting, but I have a question. If you could go back and talk to your 9-year-old self on moving day, what would you say?
Well, I mean, I was 9 years old. There's not a whole lot to say. It's a little bit difficult. But I think I'd say that it's going to be all good.
Okay.
I mean, there's really not a whole lot. If I was a lot older, there'd be something to say. But I was 9, so I didn't have any serious big connections, you know?
True. Well, so then that leads me to another question, but then you may not have an answer. When did Europe start feeling like home versus the United States for you?
I think pretty quick. Again, I mean, I was a lot younger, so I was much more easy to adapt to new places. Once I adapted to Europe, it was like more than the United States.
What do you think that you've experienced here that most kids that living in the U.S. would never?
I'd probably say the ease of travel, to travel to all different places, like in just a car or a train or whatever. It's easy.
Well, it's crazy because you've lived here for 8 years now, and Rex, who's only been around for 5, has been in 15 countries.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So it's just like going to a different state here, right? Like
Yeah.
if somebody was going from California to Arizona, it's like from us going from here to Germany, you know?
It's cool.
Which gives you a different vision of countries, I guess, and travel in general.
Yeah, for sure.
Do you have a favorite country other than one that we've lived in?
I don't really have a favorite because I like all different countries and different aspects. You know what I mean? Like every country has something cool about it.
Is there one particular trip or experience that we had that sticks out to you?
I loved Iceland. The Blue Lagoon was sick.
Yep. All right.
I'd want to go back there sometime.
I don't think anybody can argue with that.
No.
Has living in multiple countries shaped the way you see the world?
Probably. I mean, it's a bit difficult for me to tell because it's like from my perspective, and I don't know how I would have been if I grew up in America. For all I know, if I grew up in America, I could be the exact same. There's no way to tell. But I mean, it definitely didn't hurt.
Do you think that, okay, so take somebody in America who's maybe not traveled so much or not been to Europe. What do you think is the most misunderstood or things that people don't know about Europe in America?
Probably that it's like really old in a sense. Like I know a lot of people think like, and this is mainly part to reality television, like The Amazing Race. They depict a lot of countries in this like old-fashioned way where they don't have technology or whatever, where it's like they're in an ancient village still, but like it's still pretty modern. That's why Rotterdam I love.
Well, and even in the older cities, there's still technology.
Yeah. It's like a good integration. It's not just like everyone still lives traditionally from like, what's it, like 3,000 years ago, you know? It's like still
Right.
actually new. It's developing.
What's something that you can do here that most kids in the United States will never experience?
Good public transport. Like without a car, I can go to my friend's house or really anywhere in the city or even other countries very easily and like at a pretty decent price for like what, $20 for a train ride to another country. Like it's quite nice. If I want to go all the way to Berlin or something, it might cost like 40, but I can just do that easily if I wanted to.
Now, you just turned 18. What's the difference between you turning 18 here and what it would be like in the US?
I feel like in the US there's not a whole lot that happens when you're 18. Because you can't like, you know, drink, you can't do a whole lot of stuff. It's just 18 is kind of a weird in between. Because then you already have your driver's license by 16, but then you have to wait until 21 before you can drink. But here it's like everything happens at 18, so it's like a bigger thing. But that means 21 and 16 aren't that bit important.
So like what's everything at 18?
You can buy alcohol, you can get a driver's license. Basically, you can go anywhere that requires an age limit, like clubs or anything like that. It's just like literally anything you couldn't do before, you can do now. You're legally an adult.
Will you talk a little bit about like how you are responsible for all of your health care and that kind of stuff?
Yeah, so also I'm responsible for all of my health care, which is a bit annoying, but my mom's still helping me with a lot of it because it's a lot of stuff that doesn't make sense to me just yet. but it's cool. It's weird. I'm not sure I'm the biggest fan of it, but yeah.
I will say that at 17 is when they consider you responsible for all your health care and they take the parents off of all the communications.
Oh,
You just didn't know that.
no.
Have you picked up on any local habits or sayings that just wouldn't make sense in the US? I will say Lisa and I said the same word at the same time when I.
Yeah, I think I know exactly what word you're thinking
What
of.
word?
Lecker?
Lecker.
Yeah, it means delicious. But yeah, I mean, it's kind of hard to put a pinpoint on like one thing which I've really picked up on. I've more just picked on like, the whole like culture and like the whole like how they speak, just different uses of words, stuff like that.
And do you feel like you've picked up on more here or more in Italy?
Oh, more here for sure.
Yeah.
Because I'm mainly interacting with people like outside of school still, and I'm mainly more integrating with the country and stuff compared to Italy when I was a lot younger and I couldn't go out and do stuff on my own.
And now, where are most of your friends from?
Well, since I come from an international, or go to an international school, and the Netherlands is a very international place. They're all from very different places. I'd not say there's one place that's most common. There's people from all around the globe, people from South Africa, people from America, people from different places in Europe, people from parts of Asia. Yeah, it's cool.
I just like that picture from your friend group where you guys went to Sardinia this summer and you guys held all your passports. Why don't you tell us about all those passports of just that small group?
Yeah, that small group, we had an Irish passport, we had an Italian passport, we had an American passport, that's me. We had two South African passports, and I think that's it. Oh yeah, and we also had a Brazilian passport, which is cool. And they're all good people.
Do you feel more American or European?
Probably feel more European. Definitely still American, but I feel European.
What do you miss the most when you go back to, what are you looking forward to the most other than people when you go back to the US?
The food 100%. I mean, I love European food, don't get me wrong. But sometimes I just want to tear down some really bad junk food. And when you live in America, I feel like for me it was hard to eat it 24/7 because when you eat junk food 24/7, you feel gross. But like when you visit once a year, I can really get down some junk food. Sonic, all those like snacks, like candy corn, all that. It's so good.
When you go back to America, do you ever feel out of place?
I haven't really stayed there enough time and stayed there in conditions where I'm like going out and talking with people my age. So it's kind of hard to say because the time that I do go back, I just stay at my dad's house. I don't really go out on my own. So I guess I don't really.
If you had, let's say, someone that you knew that was 14 was moving to Europe for the first time, hadn't been here, what would you want them to know?
Well, again, that's kind of a tough question because each country is really different from each other. I feel like it's different for each country. If someone's moving to the Netherlands, I wouldn't have much advice for them because I think they'll be good. But if someone's moving to like Bosnia and Herzegovina, then like I'd give them completely different advice than if they did Hungary.
Okay. You've never been to Bosnia Herzegovina.
I have.
You drove through and you've never been to Hungary. But let's say you had a 14-year-old friend and their parents were moving them anywhere in Europe, regardless on if the different countries, moving from one country all the way across the world, it's scary. So what would you tell them about that?
Probably that Europe's really not that much different. I mean, there's a lot of differences in like food and some cultural stuff, but really it's not that different. I mean, living in a country is living in a country, and Europe and America aren't the most insanely different.
What European country do you feel the most connected to?
The Netherlands for sure.
Why?
Just lived here just not lived here the longest, but lived here the most and just had the most opportunity to interact with the people outside in like the whole country. Because when I lived in Italy, basically, I only went out for school and for like school events. I never really went out or for dinner with you guys. I've never really went out on my own and really like explored the cities with my friends or like just understood the country alone. But here I've done that so much. I can use public transport to get around. I've gone to many different places around the country. It's like I feel like I know it so much more, so much personally.
Do you feel like the language makes it easier?
Yeah, they mostly speak English, which makes it nice. But if you're talking about Dutch, then no, Dutch is quite hard. I'm still trying to learn it. But yeah, the fact that everyone speaks English is very nice. It makes it easy to get around, and I can basically do anything here compared to Italy, where I felt like I couldn't do much because of the language.
Okay, so how has growing up in 3 different countries now changed your idea of what home means?
I mean, I don't think it really changed. I think basically since I started from such a young age growing up in multiple different countries, home has just meant wherever I'm living. I feel like for a lot of people, home is a very specific place. But for me, it's just like wherever I'm currently living. Because I feel like home could be anywhere as long as I live there.
I guess that he also had a little training because we like to move houses a lot in Los Angeles. So you never, like I grew up in the same house from the day I was born until the day I left to move to California. So that was home, right? So, but you had 4 different homes before we even left America.
Yeah, so I'd say that, yeah, home is just wherever I'm currently living because I feel like I can get well adjusted to new places easily because we move so much.
Do you have a favorite holiday tradition that has been founded in Europe?
I love the Christmas markets here. They're really cool. Yeah, I mean, it's cool to just walk around, see all the Christmas stuff. I like King's Day. King's Day is real cool. I think it's really funny that about that cat, the cat that kills you if you don't get. Yeah, there's
Is
this.
that Sweden?
No, I thought that was Italy.
No. The old woman, the old witch is Italy.
Oh yeah.
It's the Yule cat, and it's in Iceland, and it's a mythical Christmas creature involving a cat that kills people. For example, it eats people who don't get new clothes for Christmas.
Okay, but wait a second. That's not fair because you don't choose what you get for Christmas.
Yeah, but you better hope you get some clothes.
I mean,
I think it's to stop kids complaining about getting clothes.
it is, right?
Yeah, because then the parents are like, "Oh yeah, I was just saving you from the cat."
And have you embraced Sinterklaas?
Not really. I feel like that one's a bit difficult to embrace, especially when there's photos and videos of him rolling in towns in a tank.
Do you ever see yourself living in America?
If the pay is high, I mean, it wouldn't be my first choice. I'd much prefer to live here if there was like 2 equal opportunities. But I mean, if I get a job I love and there's pretty decent opportunities in America, then I wouldn't mind moving there for like a year or something like that. I wouldn't live there permanently my whole life for sure, but
And should one day you decide to have children, would you want them to grow up in America or grow up in Europe?
I'd say probably Europe for sure. I mean, Europe's just such a great place. I feel like they get so much more opportunities, especially being able to travel around the countries and just move around the cities a lot easier.
Now, we asked you that question before, and you were quick to say Europe. And we also asked you where you would go to college if you could choose anywhere.
Probably Eindhoven's this engineering college I really like.
So you'd stay in the Netherlands.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. So that was also, you were vacillating on that one the last time we spoke.
Yeah.
And saying you didn't know if you would go to America or stay here for college.
Well, there's basically no option to go to America because it's so comically difficult to do all the testing. I just couldn't be bothered to do all that.
All right. Anything else we should know about being a kid in Europe?
Not really. I mean, it's just, have fun. It's Europe. I don't know. It's a bit difficult to say.
All right. Well, thanks for listening.
You could check out our website, www.thegetaways.com.
Thanks for listening. Thanks, Dill.
No problem.
Bye.
Bye.